What's going on, everybody? EJ here. Welcome to another episode of Make It Homemade. Today we're making some bubbly, gooey, cheesy lasagna. So, hope you're ready. All the information will be down below. Let's get started. Alright, so here I am showing you the lasagna noodles that I got. I just got some, off-brand, no-name brand noodles. I have eggs. I have some whole milk ricotta cheese. I have some parmesan shake mix. And then I was getting a bowl. The first thing I'm going to do is make the ricotta mix. So I'm going to put in 2 eggs, I believe, at first, and then I ended up doing that is a 1 cup measuring spoon, and I think I ended up doing 2 cups of the ricotta. Let's see, that's 1, that's 2. Oh no, I did 3. I will have the full recipe in the blog post that's linked down below. I am trying to do this off memory. I cooked this about 2 weeks ago and I'm just now getting to the voiceover, so forgive me if I don't remember something. I did buy 2 of these packages. They were the 10-ounce packages or 12-ounce packages, I believe. They were having a sale in a grocery store, and I'm glad I bought 2 because 1 wasn't enough. And I'm adding some of the Parmesan cheese to this mix. So again, that is 1 cup. So that's 1 cup of cheese. I don't know what that hand thing I was doing was. And now I'm mixing it up. So this is just going to be the ricotta mix that's going to go in between the meat layer and the Parmesan, the shredded Parmesan cheese layer. So I'm just mixing it up real good. I added some more Parmesan because my family likes cheesy stuff. So do what's best for you and your family. All right, next I am chopping up the ground beef. You're going to see me dice it a lot with the spatula because I didn't want huge chunks. And so that is what I'm doing there. There's baby in full force. He was very low this day. But that's all I'm doing right here is just chopping it up. And that is the black pot is going to be the pot where the noodles are going to go here shortly. All right, so here is the sauce I'm using. I had a leftover can of tomato basil. That's what I was showing you. A full can of tomato basil, and then a partial can of, or jar, not can, of the traditional Prego sauce. So I think I ended up using all of them. What I'm doing is I didn't know how many noodles I needed to boil, and I didn't want to waste. So I was measuring them out in the pan. So I ended up doing 6 because I had enough room to do 2 layers. So I'm back chopping and dicing up the meat, getting it all nice and small and bite-sized and all that great stuff. Now I'm adding some seasonings. Lasagna is an Italian dish, so I'm just kind of throwing some seasonings in there. This will not be in the actual recipe. I just wanted to do this. I'm adding basil now, and I believe I add onion, chopped onion later. I believe, I add it later. So we're back to the main part of the counter. And again, dicing it up because I saw some pieces that were pretty big or bigger than I wanted. Again, do it to your liking, your family's liking, whoever or whatever you're cooking for. Do it to your liking, but this is pretty good for my family. I believe I'm getting the onions. I'm adding the pepper and mixing that in. And there's the onions. I knew I added the onions there. We like onion, we like garlic, we like pepper in my household. I literally add them to everything. It's just automatic. I am putting a little bit of butter in the pan. There, I'm just showing you the mozzarella cheese. If I said Parmesan earlier. I think I meant mozzarella. But I did add a little bit of butter so it wouldn't stick to the lasagna, wouldn't stick to the pan. So that sauce is the Italian garlic one. That is the one that was open. That is the new one I'm pouring in there. Again, I will have the recipe linked down below in the blog post. It does have a specific amount of sauce for you to use, but I would just suggest using it as a guide. Again, cook to whatever you like, whatever your family likes. My family likes it where it's kind of, I don't want to say soupy, but it's like, I don't want to say liquidy. I don't know. You can you can see what it looks like. You can see what it looks like. Just do it however you need to do it. I'm showing you the noodles. You want to only boil the noodles for a few minutes. I want to say I boiled it for 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, because you don't want it completely al dente because you don't want them to fall apart when you get in the oven. So I'm just putting down a little bit. You saw I put a noodle in there and then I took it out because I forgot to put a little bit of a layer of the meat sauce layer, again, to just help prevent sticking. And then you're going to see me put 3 noodles down. Again, they are a little bit firm, but they are a little bit soft. It was right before al dente. Just kind of test it out and see, because again, you have to remember that it's going to bake in the oven, so you don't want your noodles to get mushy. I do the meat layer. So I do meat, ricotta, cheese, and then repeat that twice because there's 2 layers. I will say that this time, I wish I would have made more of the meat, and I wish I would have made more of the ricotta mixture. So next time I make it, I'll make some more. My camera focuses on whatever's goes, but that layer of ricotta is actually good. But then you'll see the second layer I actually ran out, and that's why I was saying I wish I would have did more of the ricotta. However, the ricotta layer was new. I actually asked my son. He said he really liked the lasagna, but he was like, I didn't like the hard cheese. And ricotta cheese is not hard, but it's definitely different than shredded cheese. And so probably next time I'll leave it out and just do straight mozzarella. But here's what I was talking about with the second layer. It ended up being fine, but you can see, I could still see a little bit of the noodles. I'll probably make more. I forget how much ground beef I made, but I'll probably make more next time. And then you'll see this is the end of the ricotta. And so I was really trying to get it out the bowl and really trying to work it around to get most places where, like, if you made a cut, you would get some of it. My husband did like it. I liked it too, but again, the kid, I guess he doesn't like ricotta cheese, and that's fine. So next time, probably just leave that out. So putting some more mozzarella. Again, we are a cheese family. So do whatever your heart's desire is. Do whatever you know you're going to eat. I don't think any of this lasagna ended up being wasted because we had it for dinner. And then I want to say 2 nights. And then my husband and I took it for lunch a couple days. And so that's how I know it's good, because my family's not huge on leftovers. So the fact that there wasn't much left over is good. I am covering up. I did preheat the oven to 450, I believe, and it was in there for about 25 minutes. And this is the end result. Everything is melted and it was bubbling on the sides, and you can see we can't really see the noodles, but you can kind of see the layers in that shot. And it just ended up being really, really good. I'm trying to get a view of the bubbles happening. That is it for this episode of Make It Homemade. I hope you enjoyed it. If you tried to make it, let me know. And, always follow me on Instagram at Erica J Says. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Make It Homemade. Bye, y'all.